Okay, guys. So this is a something that was sent to me by a company. This product is actually not listed for sale that I'm aware of anywhere. They sent me a link. This is Kemimoto, Kemimoto, Kemimoto. They've been around for years. I'm sure if you're into ATVs, UTVs, stuff like that, you've heard of Kemimoto. They make accessories for side-by-sides, ATVs, stuff like that. So what this is, they currently make a split poly windscreen for Polarises and some other brands out there, and they actually just came out with one for the Mule Pro FXT / the Mule Pro DXT, the diesel version also, because it's the same body, same frame, same cage, same everything. Now, what I have on my machine right now is the Kawasaki factory accessory. It's a $1,200 glass one, a glass windscreen. It's like an automotive glass style, so it has like the safety plastic in between the two layers. Now, that's a great windscreen, but there's a problem with it. A buddy of mine has a gas mule. He owns a farm, and he like runs trails, does some different things on his farm with it. It's not really a toy. It's for working his property, but he has that same windscreen on, and he's on his third now. He has shattered them through misadventure on the farm, whatever you want to say it. So Kemimoto has come out now with a poly shatterproof with a hard coat, scratch resistant. And one of the big differences between, other than pricing, so I went and looked at some of their pricing on their other ones. Somewhere around $450 is what I would expect this is going to end up hitting the market at, based on their other offerings. But one of the advantages to this, a couple of the advantages to this, is first of all, hitting branches and whatnot, you're not going to shatter. This is supposedly, they market this as 250 times more resistant to shattering than glass. This, again, has a hard coat, so it's a highly scratch resistant. I've actually talked to some people that have hard coated the poly plastic windscreens on side-by-sides, and they say that they're amazing. And as long as you're not treating them stupidly, like rubbing, like when they're dry dirt, trying to rub dry dirt off, as long as you're using a hose or crick water or whatever, you could take dirt off the screen. It doesn't really leave any marks or scratches. So this shatterproof, scratch resistant, big gain over that is also that the top, almost probably more than 3/4 of the windscreen can fold out and allow you full airflow in the summer when it's hot and you're riding. With one setup like mine, there's I have a couple little baby vents in the top that you can't actually tell whether they're open or closed unless you look up. But there's no way to get airflow into the cab of this one without removing the windscreen. So what Kemimoto has, which they have for, again, their Polarises, Can-Ams, and other windscreens, they have that hinged top major portion that's on the, I'm going to call them like hood lift struts, the hydraulic hood, like that holds the hood up on your automobile. You can flip that forward. It flips out over the hood. And they recommend no faster than 20 mile an hour riding with it in that position. But you can work around the farm, the job site. A lot of mules tend to get used a lot in a more commercial manner than they do as a sport toy ATV type thing. So knowing that, this Kemimoto option that's in this box, I have not opened it yet from the box. I started cutting the tape, and I figured, you know what? Let's stop there, and I'll have you guys with me when I open this box and pull the pieces out. Now, I'm not going to install it today, and I'm in the Pittsburgh area. It's been below freezing literally for weeks. It's just been horrible here. And, you know what? Oh, and I'm surprised. This is almost assembled. I assumed I was going to be pulling individual panels. So there's a hardware box of sorts, and slide this over and see what we got. Okay, so here's your bottom panel. I'll set that back down for a second there. Let me get rid of this box for you so you can see what the heck we got going on here. Okay, we'll throw that box down. Okay, so this is the bottom panel that's created for the Mule. And you can see the weather stripping. It's a bulb type weather stripping, so it can press down and create an airtight seal against your factory hood on your Mule, FXT or DXT. And then you have your main portion. This would be the top, I'm assuming, that's going to have the latch. And here's your hinge portion. So let's see here. Set that right there. And that piece is going to be right there. And kind of, again, I have not looked, like, I know, you're probably thinking, well, I should have got ahead of you, but I don't think an unboxing should necessarily be done if you're unboxing, reboxing, and then unboxing again in front of somebody that is considering buying. You should be. Okay, these are your knuckles for mounting to your cage. Very, very nice, heavy knuckles, foam grippers embedded into the knuckles, and I can tell that they're different thickness of foam inserts. So like this one has none. This one has thin, almost hard rubber foam insert. This one has a thick. You see the difference? The thick foam, the thin foam, the no foam. Okay. There's a no foam. There's a metal bracket. Okay. Now this is our pistons that are going to allow us to open the hood. They have an L cut into this bracket for left. Okay, we have a hardware bag, some screws. We have an R cut into this bracket for right. So there's your other hood prop rod. We have some other miscellaneous brackets. Actually, there's not a terrible amount to this. We have an L cut into this bracket and an R. An L and an R cut into these brackets. Now, what I'm not seeing here, a little bit surprised, I'm going to look in the box here, but what I'm not seeing, there is no instructions sheet. Now, I know that this is a prototype. This one is not a retail unit yet. Like I said, as far as I'm aware, they're not out on Amazon. Okay, so yeah, there are no instructions there. So I'm going to have to probably get a hold of Kemimoto and ask them exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But just looking like right now in front of you, I'm trying to size up these slots here and how they're going to line up with parts. And at first glance, they don't. Okay, they line up with the spacing in these knuckles. No, not quite. They don't. I'm going to have to get a hold of Kemimoto before we go to do the install. But we're getting a break in our weather this coming week here in the Pittsburgh area. It's what is today, like the 23rd of January 2025. Literally, it has been below zero and into the teens for a couple weeks now. I'll get a hold of Kemimoto and see what's going on with this and see if they have any instructions that they can email me. But the idea is that this week, get above freezing. I'm going to get out to my buddy's farm. We're going to pull his Kawasaki windscreen off of his Mule gas, the FXT, and we're going to swap over to this one and hopefully get that installed and be able to show it to you guys in its full glory, mounted on the machine, show you the open position, the closed position, talk about fit finish, how tight it is around the roll cage, and how we think it's going to work for you. So we'll be back with more, but this is the original unboxing of the new, soon-to-be-released Kemimoto Kawasaki Mule Pro, FXT or DXT. That doesn't have to be a T. It could be a FXDX also. But flip-up windscreen. So far, it looks good. I just got to see from them what the deal is with proper mounting instructions and stuff like that that should have been included. I'm not sure why it wasn't. Straighten that out. I'll come back at you with another video during the install. Hopefully that'll happen next weekend. Thanks, guys.